The end of the YouTube product era has never been as clear as this, starting off with Marques Brownlee wallpaper app. Marques' product contradicts itself from the influencer's own brand that signifies trust and efficiency. Not to mention, having to pay $50 a year for something that was already free sounds less convincing. Prior releasing the product, he had built himself a loyal fanbase, mostly because of the honest reviews he gave without a fear for repercussions. On September 24th of 2024, Marques Brownlee would for the first time introduce his product with an off-the-wall guarantee on efficiency.
But the reason I decided to try and make a wallpaper app is because for years I've been answering this one very common question, which is, where'd you get that wallpaper? Like in videos and screens and devices I'm reviewing, where'd you get that piece? And so if I could always have some place to point to, that's on iOS and Android, if I could have a link in every description, then that would be awesome.
The product review was terrible, forcing this rare apology from Marques.
So I want to make super clear, this should be a free app. This should be a great free app experience for the vast majority of people who use it. And I really dropped the ball there. So 3 steps that we're taking. First priority is we want to make sure the free experience of the app is great. So I'm getting rid of those third-party in-feed ads, and then all non-collections wallpapers are available for free in 1080p, no ads. We have a new tier that is $2 a month, which is everything I just mentioned, completely ad-free and full resolution, everything across the board.
While Marques Brownlee owned up to his faults, same can never be said about KSI and Logan Paul. The two polar opposites would for the first time work together to profit off their highly publicized fight. Both of them being such huge creators meant easy monetization and marketing. While the financial sector was a success, the customer feedback was awful. Doctors introduced the topic of forever chemicals, while other creators spread awareness as quick as wildfire.
That was 20 quid for that one bottle.
For that?
Just that, yeah.
20 quid. It's meant to be 2 quid.
20 quid?
We want you to give it a go.
We want you to give it a review.
Prime. Okay, so... Ooh, smells a bit high. What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just come from the Maldives.
It's like swallowing perfume. What is that?
With most of Prime consumers being kids, parental supervision after the news broke out to slow down the company's sales. Not to mention Messi launching his own Mass Plus product at the right time. The resemblance to Prime was obvious, while the icon behind it more respectable, unlike the duo known for major scams and random crashouts.
Like Messi, who somehow is suing us for copying us. I get the text, Messi's drink Mas Plus suing Prime People will tag us on Instagram thinking they're buying Prime, or what's more, a Messi version of Prime. Just like we sponsor our athletes like Holland or like an artist, whatever. They think it's like his Spanish version of Prime. In Latin countries, they think it's the Latin version of Prime, and it's just Messi partnered with us.
Attempts to undermine Mass Plus would result in the largest legal roast in history. Mass Plus legal team will counter the claims by stating that the public can properly distinguish Logan from Messi due to his frequent public slanders and indecency. The Prime drama was almost as bad as the infamous pink sauce drama. Straight out of TikTok virality, a TikToker named Chef P would birth the idea of a pink-colored sauce that had a tender flavor. Due to its uncommon conspicuous appearance, the initial launch was overwhelmed with new orders, a result that quickly exposed Chef P's insufficient expertise on customer satisfaction.
Oh my god, look at this! It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch!
You're basically just buying poison.
While she was a master influencer, she never put into consideration things like product packaging or health benefits. To save their reputation, she would shift the blame to the company she collaborated with and would lose.
They keep trying to silence me. They keep deleting the post because they know if they see it, they know if the people see it, what will happen. And these people, they are afraid because they know they stealing.
Speaking of false advertised products, Lunchly qualifies the cuts. With more than enough public marketing, the product would set a record flop of the century. That's mostly because of the false health benefits and minimal calories it contained. Although the product itself was bad, Jimmy couldn't have picked a more terrible time to launch a product. That's after multiple creators shed light on the Chris Tyson situation and other controversies, not to mention his poor choice of partnership.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. Alright, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash.
Alright, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Lunchly versus whatever that is. Drip versus stick.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Lunchly was almost as much of a flop as Pokimane's minor snacks. Starting off with the absurd price tag, the product launch can be described as a fail. The snack company had their own branded chocolate cookies with allegedly stolen ingredients. Despite the absurd $28 price tag, the product launch saw success early until the truth came out. Pokimane Midnight Cookies copied the exact ingredient as Toxies but with a price gap of $20.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
It was poorly received, resulting to an even harsher response.
Pokimane started a snack company called Mina, and immediately it fell into controversy because the price point is very high for some cookies. $28 for 4 packs of cookies, which comes out to about $7 per bag. There's also a lot more moving parts to this drama because a lot of people started to recognize the similarities between Mina's Midnight Minis and Totesi's Midnight Cookies as well. The ingredients on both of these are pretty much the same, except Mina has some added vitamin D. It's extraordinarily similar. Even just giving it the old eyeball test, it looks like the same product. So a lot of people were saying this is a white labeled thing, which is pretty normal in the influencer space. She recently went on stream today, and I think did the worst possible maneuver you could ever do when trying to sell something to your audience. I just assumed this had to be some kind of bad joke she tried to tell, but watching the clip, it seems like she's legitimately upset and actually just calling people that don't want to pay for it or can't afford it broke. That's an elite gamer move that I had to take a step back to process that she would just say that publicly. I was so dumbfounded upon hearing that I actually went back to her stream VOD where this happened to try and locate this moment to see what happened next, because this is only 20 seconds. I thought there was a chance that right after it she's like, no, just kidding, I'm pulling your leg, hardy har har, just a joke. She doesn't do that. She does giggle about it afterwards, but it feels more like condescending. And then she just says, moving on, like, it's just a really shitty thing to say.
So people found these really old images of a product that looks similar to ours and has the same name, Midnight Mini Cookie. We work with the same manufacturer, so we were aware of that product. It no longer exists, and it existed for one sample batch. When we started working with this manufacturer, we taste tested a bunch of stuff of theirs, but when I tasted, well, it was an older version of these, I was like, these are the ones that I like the most. So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot.
The really foul part about all of this that my little noodle will never be able to wrap itself around is a streamer calling their audience broke or poor. Bub, your wealth was built on their backs.
On my life though, not worth $28, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. My honest opinion, bro. Not worth $28.